car he was complaining a ton in the beginning of this race about how terrible his car was, and now here he is, Dave, with a chance to win it.
Andy Bryan, Patty told me this morning that when they came here in May, he was still learning what Clint needed in the race car. They finished 13th. Then came what Bryan called their summer of love, when they won 2 races and finished an additional 3 times in the top 5. He told me, I know what he wants now, and this is the same car that we raced from the back of the pack to 7th before having alternator problems at Atlanta. They came in confident, but they needed a fuel mileage run to really prove their mettle tonight. They've got it if the caution stays in the starters' hands, Alan.
Dave, thanks. Just after 11 o'clock in the East, just joining us, we're into the final laps of the Bank of America 500, the 5th race in the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup, and we've got a mileage dilemma on our hands. Clint Bowyer, the 15, Denny Hamlin, the 11, Jimmy Johnson, the 48, are all trying to stretch their fuel and get to the finish, while everyone else has made an additional pit stop, and they're 20 or more seconds behind these cars. Do they have enough gasoline to get there, or will they run out in the final lap?
Yeah, and I can't tell you how difficult a situation this is for the leader of the race. You know that you've got to save a little bit of fuel, but to win the race, you know you have to keep this 11 car right there. It's just over a second back. You've got to keep him back there if you're going to have a chance.
And again, just joining us, Jimmy Johnson given instructions by his crew just a moment ago. He needed to back off the gas and slow his pace to try and make it to the checkered flag.
Yeah, he can do it too. He's got 20-second lead or more now over the next place, so he can save a lot of fuel to the end. But you know, I thought if this thing came down to fuel mileage, that it would be the 2 cars that have the advantage. But now they've turned the table on him tonight.
Brad Keselowski running in 11th position. And he's a lap down to the race leader.
5 laps come to the end.
And the 5th car, 1 lap down in the running order. Let's see his championship lead cut in half if everything goes to the checkered flag the way it is right now in the running order. Keselowski has led the most laps tonight, more than twice as many as the next driver. But it's going to be, as Andy said just a minute ago, something that's been an advantage for them for much of the season that may come back to bite them tonight, the fuel mileage.
Yeah, that pass doesn't mean anything right there because the 2 car is a lap down. He's got a car chasing back there, that 43, that might catch him and put him back another spot.
1 point per position in the NASCAR championship system. Though Keselowski will get the bonus point tonight for leading the most laps in this race. Watching up front, Denny Hamlin creeping in that 11 on the 15 of Clint Bowyer, the race leader. 4 laps to go.
I'll tell you, this benefits Denny Hamlin. His normal driving style is not to charge the corner, so I think his car's probably operating the way it normally would. Bowyer trying to hold him back here, but it's down to about a half a second now.
That's Carl Edwards of the 99 to the inside. He's the first car 1 lap down, trying to unlap himself on the race leader Bowyer.
Gotta go. 3 more.
He's got to go now. Can't save any fuel. Just try to hold off this 11 car. See if they can get to the finish.
Clint Bowyer started the night in 5th position in the championship. 40 points behind the leader. He has to win races and hope the leaders have some troubles to get back into the hunt for this championship.
Well, this is opportunity, the best one he's going to have right at this point. Get maximum points here.
3 miles to go. 2 more laps.
Like Carl Edwards will yield to the leaders.
Tiptoeing around some of the lap cars. Carl Edwards gives way. Lets them race for the win. No one between the top 2 now.
But Clint Bowyer right up against the wall making this work. Got 1 more lap to do it.
The white flag is up. And we're into the final lap of the race. There is lap traffic now just ahead of the leaders. Will they have enough fuel? Will they be able to hold off Hamlin? Half a lap to go and still under power. Hamlin looking low. Bowyer sliding wide. Coming to the checkered flag. Bowyer's under power. And Clint Bowyer is going to win at Charlotte. finishes second. Waiting for Jimmy Johnson. Johnson makes it to the checkers in third. And you can see how far ahead of the fourth place car even that they were, with just 6 left on the lead lap at the end of the night. Mark Martin being the last one. Brad Keselowski will finish 11th. And how about Clint Bowyer?
How about Brian Patty, crew chief on this car? He's engineered some wins for that guy.
Yeah, and how about Michael Waltrip Racing? Another victory. Clint Bowyer's 3rd victory of the year, I believe.
There's the team owner, Michael Waltrip, along with Rob Kaufman. In these mile-and-a-half tracks, they knew they had to step up on it, Dave, and Clint Bowyer and Brian Patty are going to go to victory lane on one tonight.
And Brian Patty just reminded me that he told me today. What did you tell me? If you're not the fastest car here, you better have options. We played the strategy correct. Fuel mileage was great. TRD. 5-hour energy. It's 3 wins in a year is pretty big, and hopefully this will get us back in the chase. You said you weren't out of it, but you weren't exactly in it. Are you in it now? Hell yeah, we're going for it. Brian Patty winning crew chief tonight on a big gamble that paid off.
Brian Patty has maintained all along that they just wanted to get down to the final race of the season with a mathematical shot at it. This tonight certainly helps. Enough fuel to the checkered flag, not enough to get back to victory lane, though.
They'll help him get there.
Back in Kansas on the Saturday night short track. That's where you always went to victory lane.
There they go. The celebration on for the winner. Denny Hamlin comes up with second tonight, Vince.